Today, we've got 65 countries already.
Well, two excellent finals here so far on finals day at the Singapore Super Series event. Next up is men's singles. And for a first time ever, two players from India contest a Super Series men's singles final. After the men's singles is women's singles, and the top two ranked players in world badminton at the moment. Tai Tzu Ying in a third final here, hoping it will be third time lucky against the world and Olympic champion Carolina Marin. And then we finish with men's doubles. Bo and Mogensen against Li Junhui and Yu Chen. Well, of course, it means we cannot have all 5 titles going to 5 different nations. But as far as the men's singles Super Series standings are concerned, the top 4 have all been in finals this year. Last week, of course, Lin Dan won, and he shot up 10 places to number 4. And Lee Chong-wei, having played 2 Super Series tournaments of the 3, and 2 finals, went up to number 1. But the 2 players that we're about to watch are not on that Super Series standings at the moment. 6 different nations involved from quarter-final stage, only 2 seeds. And then in semi-final stage for only the 4th time in Super Series history. All 4 men's singles semi-finalists unseeded. 2nd time it's happened here at the Singapore Open. So it means we have an all-unseeded men's singles final. And for the first time ever, it features 2 players from India.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's welcome our finalists for the men's singles finals. Please welcome from India, Sai Praneeth. Now this is his first World Super Series final, and he'll be hoping to make it to the top of the podium. Sai raced past Korea's Lee Dong-kyun 21-6, 21-8.
Prior to this week, he'd never been beyond a quarter-final of a Super Series tournament, and here he is in his first ever final.
Also from India, please give it up for Kidambi Srikanth.
The former world number 3, Srikanth Kidambi. Winner of 2 Super Series titles from 2 previous finals played. China in 2014 and his home event in 2015. And you will notice that both the men wearing black armbands in respect for the passing earlier this week of the President of the Badminton Association of India, Dr. Gupta. Eric Kurt, our umpire for this, his first duty, the toss of the coin. Well, apart from China, who've had 2 participants in men's singles finals at Super Series level, it's only happened 2 other times with other nations. Once at the Indonesian Open in 2008 when Sonny Dwi Kunchoro beat Simon Santosa, and at the Denmark Open that same year when Peter Gader beat Joachim Fischer. So for the 24-year-old Sai Praneeth, this is a huge achievement, back up to his career high of 30 this week. He's only the 5th ranked Indian player. And as you can see from his matches, the first 3 rounds all went the full distance. First of all against Emil Holst, who replaced the number 1 seed Jorgensen. 2nd round against the winner of the Korean Super Series last year. And in the semi-final yesterday, it was plain sailing against Lee Dong-kyun of Korea. So Indian fans probably won't know who to cheer for. 2 players in the final. Srikanth Kidambi, also 24 years of age. And he's the 4th ranked player on the men's singles from India. Gone down one place in the world ranking this week to 29, but as I was saying, he has been as high as 3. He was a semi-finalist here 3 years ago, but this year was pushed the full distance against Mustafa in the second round. In fact, he saved 3 match points in that third game. 17-20 down, an hour and 21 minutes for that. He also had to come down in his back from being down in his semi-final against Anthony Ginting, 4-9, and down in the opening game. Came back winning 12 the next 13 points. So this is the 6th meeting, and that might surprise a lot of people because of the previous 5. It's Sai Praneeth who's won 4 of them. And the last one included, which was the semi-final in Lucknow earlier this year. 3 games on that occasion for Sai Praneeth to beat his opponent of today in a minute shy of the hour mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kidambi Srikanth, India. And on my left, Sai Praneeth B, India. Sai Praneeth B to serve. Love all. Play.
Sai Praneeth Barmidipati getting this men's singles final underway. Oh dear, indecision there from Srikanth Kidambi. Well, this is only the 11th time in the whole history of the Super Series, and this is the 133rd Super Series tournament that both men's singles finalists have been unseeded, but it's the 5th time that it's happened here in Singapore. And I believe it's because of the difficult playing conditions and the drift and the wind that has meant that there has been so many unpredictable results, I suppose, in the past here. In fact, it's at this tournament, it's the only 2 times that a player in the men's singles has come through the qualifying to reach the final and win the title. Of course, one of those times was last year with Sonny Dwi Kunchoro. Yeah. Of those 11 times that we've had both players in the men's singles final who've been unseeded, it happened 4 times last year. Last time being at the Hong Kong Open when Ankar Long beat another Indian player, Samir Verma. And of course, these 2 players both live in Hyderabad, both train at the Pulala Gopichand Academy. So they'll know each other's games very well indeed. It's going wide. There's only the 4th player from India, Sai Praneeth, to actually contest a Super Series men's singles final. His opponent of today is obviously one, AJ Jayaram, one of the others beaten in the final of Korea in 2015. And of course, Samir Verma, who I was talking about a moment ago in Hong Kong last year. the line. And a great smash from Sai Praneeth. Yeah, seemed to forget about the drift there. He's going to come back in. Oh, that's quick from Srikanth Kidambi. Well, his last Super Series final, Srikanth, was over 2 years ago in Delhi, where he beat Victor Axelsen in the final. In fact, he had an astonishing run of points to close out that final 2 years ago at his home Super Series event. He'd been 10-12 down and then rattled off the next 11 points. Oh, that's brilliant. Wonderful, wonderful angle. Yeah, good net play from Sai Praneeth. Look at that, that's just about perfect. Hit the top of the net and tumbled over. So to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. Srikanth Kidambi. And no coaches involved because both players from the same nation. Results at the Singapore Open prior to this year. I mentioned that he was a quarter-finalist in 2014, but last year actually lost in the qualifying to the man who ended up winning the tournament, Sonidwi Kunchoro. In fact, 3 of his 4 previous appearances at the Singapore Open, Sai Praneeth, he started in the qualifying draw. Just wide. Yeah. Has a good look at it, but I'm sure that went with the drift.
Service over. 14-8.
Great defense. Missed it. Yeah, it's commanding the rallies at the moment is Srikanth Kidambi. Yeah, that's much better from Sai Praneeth. I think he needs to take the initiative.
10-14. Out. 11-14.
Well, I suspect the reason why we haven't had many long rallies so far is not only the conditions, but because these two know each other very well indeed. Nice attempt at a defensive shot, turning it, but it got taken by the drift and taken wide. Brilliant. Lovely play from Sai Praneeth. He's a player that's been promising for a long time. I remember in 2013 at the Indonesian Open, he was the player that ended the career of the former world and Olympic champion Taufik Hidayat. Beat him in the first round. He's also the player that beat world number one Lee Chong Wei. I say he wasn't world number one at the time, but Lee Chong Wei at last year's All England Championships in the first round. So we've known that Sai Praneeth has an awful lot of talents. Yeah, finds the line. He's annoyed with himself. Yeah, perfect on the line. In fact, Sai Praneeth has never even won a Grand Prix Gold event. He's won a Grand Prix, and that was in Canada last year. Beat Lee Chunil in the final. At the Grand Prix, just a tier below the Grand Prix Gold, and the Grand Prix Gold a tier below the Super Series. So this is a huge step forward for Sai Praneeth. The court's going to need to be mopped again. course, he's been in a Grand Prix Gold final. That was in Lucknow earlier this year at the Said Modi Grand Prix Gold, having beaten his opponent of today in the semi-final. Yes, enjoyed success as Srikanth Kidambi with the straight smash down his opponent's forehand side. And he's played it very well, because from this near side of the court there's a real danger of it going wide. Game point opportunities, 5 of them for Srikanth Kidambi.
20, game point 15. $16-20.
Brilliant. What a rally. Making Srikanth twist and turn. Played him down the forehand side, then the backhand, then back to the forehand again. Outmaneuvered comprehensively.
$17-20.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd had many long rallies. 23 shots, the longest so far. Opening game to Srikanth Kidambi. 21-17 confirms the umpire. 19 minutes for the opening game. Well, he does have a 100% record in Super Series tournament finals. 2 played, 2 won.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, this is the 28th staging of the Singapore Open. And players from India have only ever won one title prior to this year. That was in 2010. Saina Nehwal won the women's singles. And of course, India guaranteed the title for one of these two players here today. In fact, it's over a year since we had a same-nation men's singles final at a Super Series event. That was the All England Championships last year. Lin Dan beating Tian Hao Wei in that final in Birmingham. It's a pretty good rarity in itself that two players from the same nations in a men's singles final. For it to be achieved by players from India, only China, Indonesia and Denmark are the other countries to have managed to achieve that in men's singles. Let's go wide. Yeah, there's been one or two looks of disappointment from Sai Praneeth. Well, Srikanth Kidambi last week pulled out of the Malaysian Super Series injured. I'm not quite sure what the injury problem was, but there's certainly no sign of it here in Singapore. Moving very well indeed. Well, he appears in total control at the moment, Srikanth Kidambi. It's going wide. Oh, he's taken it. I can't believe it. Oh, my goodness. Service error, the first of the match, comes from Sai Praneeth. Yeah, I'm convinced that Sai Praneeth, that he wants to, at the very least, extend this match. Needs to take command of the rallies. He's got a very good attack. He's got wonderful angles like that. And I think, although it may be hard work, I think he's got to use them.
Challenges called out.
So the first challenge of this men's singles final. Oh, crikey, it's a long way out.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Five, 7. Play.
Yeah, it's wonderful net play again from Sai Praneeth. Apologises immediately for the net cord. It's gone wide. Well, I remember at 7-2, he took a shuttle, Srikanth, that I was convinced was going well wide. And he's lost every point since. Oh, take that. That's magnificent. What a smash.
8-7.
Thundered it down the line. Good rally. Well, at 6-1, I thought Srikanth Kidambi was cruising. And I said that Sai Praneeth needed to take more initiative. And indeed he has. He's back level, 8-all. Just wide.
9-8.
Indeed, into the lead. That's great follow-up from Kidambi. Yeah, it wasn't the best of lifts. You can tell from where the player's feet land. He's well inside the double service line when he made his jump smash, which means that the lift was woefully short. Yeah. So it's Sai Praneeth, having won 10 of the last 14 points. He has the advantage at the mid-game interval here in the second game. Srikanth's first Super Series tournament final in China in 2014 when he was up against Lin Dan, and prior to the match I don't think anybody really gave him much of a chance of actually taking the title and beating Lin Dan on Lin Dan's home soil. Well, but he beat him in fine style in 2 straight games. And from that moment, the world of badminton knew he was a real force to be reckoned with. Unbelievable. Oh, it's gone wide. Oh, goodness me. Great anticipation on the defensive play. Yeah, a little shake of the head, sign of disappointment. And certainly, if you see your opponent disappointed with their own performance, it tends to give you a bit of a lift. He needs to be careful that he doesn't show too much of his emotion, Sai Praneeth. Yeah, well taken. So 14 all. Oof. Yeah, he slipped as he was playing that net shot. His front foot just slipped away from him. It's lunge leg. Wow. Good judgment. Oh, there's a challenge here. Challenge from Sai Praneeth. Yeah. Definitely out. This is crucial. Brilliant. Yeah, well, Srikanth Kidambi has been so good about smashing and then following forward, looking for the net kill, and that's clever, clever play from Sai Praneeth. Flicking the smash back over his opponent's head. It's gone wide. 2 points away from taking this second game. It's a great lift. Always cool goods. Indeed it was. There's some of the Indian coaches. Oh, the service error. And that means that Sai Praneeth has 3 game point opportunities to send this men's singles final to a decider. It's gone wide. It's 1 game all. Well, considering he was 1-6 down, Sai Praneeth, having taken more initiative in the rallies, has come back and levelled the final at 1 game all. 38 minutes into the match. Absolute symmetry in the scoreline.
Seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, it did look so good at one stage, Srikanth, Kidambi. But it's not just how you play, it's how your opponent plays. And I think Sai Praneeth up the level of his play.
One love. Two love. Service over. 1-2.
Yeah, I think the control of the front court area is going to be very important. Just seemed a little off balance when he played that.
2-all.
Was that a nervous shot? And of course, as it stands at the moment, if we took the current world rankings, neither of these players would qualify for the World Championships. There's a separate list available of the race to Glasgow.
2.
August later this year, the World Championships in the Emirates Arena. Oh, what a turnaround it really is. Pressure, nerves, who knows? He's expected to win, Srikanth Kidambi, having won Super Series titles previously. Former world number 3, that's a magnificent smash.
Service over.
Oh yeah, you don't often see him talking to himself.
3-5.
Yeah.
Service over.
Forced the short lift by the quality of the net play, and that's why I was saying that control at the front of the court might prove very important.
6-3.
It was the quality of the net shot there that set up the opportunity, really. It's gone long.
7-3. Kidambi, what is it? No, not yet.
Yeah, what on earth has happened to this man, Srikanth Kidambi? Well, a large part of it is the improvement in the quality of play from his opponents.
Nine, 3. No, Kidambi. Wait.
Well, as we watch that again, I can tell you that Srikanth was asking to go and towel down. Umpire saying no, and I think that's good umpiring, because Praneeth is on a bit of a roll at the moment, and I suspect that Srikanth Kidambi was just trying to break that rhythm. Only 5 straight points, but the run comes to an end. Brilliant, brilliant net shot from Srikanth. That should give him a little more confidence, a little more belief.
5-10.
Well, yeah, you won't see better than that. Yeah, but the return of serve was a tight spinning net shot, and it forced a short lift once again. Sai Praneeth nowhere near the back of the court as he played his winning smash. So, a 6-point advantage for Sai Praneeth. Just look at that tight spinning net shot. Now look at his feet. He's inside that double service line, which means that the lift is nowhere near the back of the court. And that's why it appeared easy to play the winning smash.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
46 minutes into the final. And I wonder what Srikanth Kidambi can do to turn this around.
11-5, play.
Yeah.
Service over.
Hold and flick from the net. Very good indeed.
Six, 11.
Oh, there's the perfect net shot again from Sai Praneeth. He has been very, very good with his net play today. Yeah, he's trying to play tighter and tighter to the net, Srikanth Kidambi, in an effort to prevent his opponent from playing a tight spinning net shot. And he's not giving himself any margin for error. Well, Srikanth is the only man from India ever to win a Super Series men's singles title.
7.
And it looks very likely that another player is going to join that list. Sai Praneeth with an 8-point advantage now.
57. Service over.
Well, I talked about the body language of Sai Praneeth earlier when he was 1-6 down.
58.
Now it's his opponent that's looking disappointed with his own performance. There's another challenge here.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
Seems odd to challenge that one if it was that far out.
6. Play. Can you use your foot?
yes, that's nice. Slice. Changing the angle, changing the pace. Great defense. Yeah, well played. 3 points away. Little clenched fist. Looks skywards.
Service over. 18-11. Service over. 12-18.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's super. Fast drop shot, played with an acute angle. And now just 2 points away from the title. Overdone it. It's match point opportunities for Sai Praneeth, Bamidipati. He's done it. A maiden Super Series title for Sai Praneeth in his first ever Super Series tournament final. A man who had never even won a Grand Prix Gold event takes the Singapore Super Series title, beating his teammate and friend Srikanth Kidambi. What a tournament he's had. Only the second ever player from his country to win a men's singles Super Series title, adding his name to that of his opponent. His opponent until today, 100% record in Super Series finals. He had played 2 prior to today and won 2. But from 1-6 down in that second game, Sai Praneeth pulled himself together. He started to take the initiative within the rallies. He started to attack more. And he controlled the front of the court with his wonderful touch at the net. And he has beaten Srikanth Kidambi in 3 games. 21-12, the deciding game. This is the final rally. The moment of victory and the realization that a dream has become reality.
Now let's get a word with the champion of the men's singles finals, Sai Praneeth. Congratulations. And just a few things. Now, Srikanth is your training partner. So was it difficult going up against someone that you train with on the daily?
Yeah, it's always difficult to play the player whom you practice every day. So it obviously, we know each other's game, so it is obviously tough.
Okay, but this is your first World Super Series title of your career. How pleased are you? How does that make you feel?
I think no words to express my feelings. I'm very, very happy. The way I played this tournament, I think I'm really very happy.
That's absolutely wonderful. Everyone is so proud of you. Now, you've got lots of support from all your fans here in Singapore. Is there anything that you would like to say to all your fans here today?
I think here, right from the first day, the support for Indian players has been very nice, and that also gives a boost for the players. I think I'm really happy, happy the way Indian supporters are here.
That's absolutely wonderful. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, he is your champion of the men's singles finals. Congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony of the OUE Singapore Open 2017 men's singles. We'll now like to invite Mr. Paul Eric, President, Badminton World Federation, to present the plaques. Let's hear it for our runner-up in the men's singles, Srikanth Kidambi. And the champion of the Singapore Open 2017 men's singles from India, Sai Praneeth. I'd now like to invite Mr. Tan Kian Chu, President of the Singapore Badminton Association, to present the checks and MetLife souvenirs. Once again, give it up for your champions.
finals so far, going the full distance. Next up is women's singles. And of course, just to explain what I was saying earlier, that it is no longer possible for all 5 titles to go to players from 5 different nations, because with Denmark taking a title already, and also China, and with the last match of the day being a Danish pair playing against a Chinese pair, or either China or Denmark will win 2 titles here this year. But it is possible still for 3 titles to go to players from Europe. And the next opportunity is in the women's singles. Carolina Marin, the world and Olympic champion from Spain, against the world #1, Tai Tzu Ying. Now, looking at the Super Series standings at the moment, those are the 2 players at the top of the Super Series standings. And that's understandable, because Carolina Marin today is in her 3rd consecutive final at Super Series events in 3 weeks. As far as Tai Tzu Ying is concerned, she's only played 2 of the previous 3 Super Series tournaments, and she's won them both last week, and prior to that, the All England Championships in Birmingham. Now, if Tai Tzu Ying were to win today, she will go above Carolina Marin on these Destination Dubai rankings. Well, as far as the women's singles draw is concerned, 7 different nations involved from quarter-final stage. At semi-final, 4 different nations and 3 of the top 4 seeds. Tai Tzu Ying through to the final, and this will be her 3rd final here at the Singapore Open. In fact, it was here in Singapore in 2010 where it all started for Tai Tzu Ying. Carolina Marin really storming through her semi-final yesterday against the #2 seed Sung Ji-hyun. So it's set up the perfect final, the world #1 against the world and Olympic champion.
Boys and girls, please join me in welcoming the finals of the women's singles final. Please welcome #1 seed from Chinese Taipei, Tai Tzu Ying.
Well, she's won the last 4 Super Series tournaments that she's played. Of course, she missed India, but at the end of last year, she won Hong Kong. She then won the Super Series finals. She won the All Englands last month,